My dad's an animal.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Tuesday Night Spotlight. I'm your host, Neil Carter. I'm with the R&B singer, very dope artist known for her 319 EP and tracks such as Fly Away, Shades of You, just to name a few.
Yeah.
I got Miss Paige Joyner in the building. What's going on?
Hello. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I feel good. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thanks for coming through.
Of course.
So we're gonna jump right into it.
Let's get it.
What's the worst gig you ever had?
Worst gig? Oh, man. Okay, so I'm not going to drop any names, but I'll just kind of give like a breakdown.
Okay.
So I had high expectations for a show I did, and then once I got there, like everything went crazy. The mic didn't work, like the sound system didn't work. My tracks weren't working, so I perform with performance tracks. So I'm on stage while people are like in the crowd, and it just wasn't like working at all. So that was probably my worst gig.
And then what was your best gig?
Best gig? It would have to be in Virginia Beach. It was an RBG management showcase that was thrown. It was me, Marv P, Shaolin, G-Lit, a few more artists that I forgot. But that was my best one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you like the most about it? I'm sure it was very well organized.
Yeah, it was organized. The artists, we didn't really have to like worry about much as far as like promotion or like other things. I mean, of course, like we're still promoting on Instagram, but they kind of took care of that. Right. So just like the organization, that was like the best part of it.
Okay. Usually when I hear, I've heard some terrible stories when I ask worst gigs, so you kind of went light. Yeah. So shout out to the promotion. Hope y'all get y'all shit together. Would you rather be hated or ignored?
Oh man, damn. I hate both, but I'd rather be hated. No, I'd actually rather be ignored.
You'd rather be ignored?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I mean, people are gonna like hate you regardless, so you can't really control that as far, how people feel about you. But ignored, it's like you're purposely ignoring me. So it's like I'd rather just go somewhere else.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
When you're hated, you can't really like make people like you because they already have that perspective of hating you. So it's like a waste of time in a way.
Well, you know how I grew up watching wrestling. So like you'd have like these guys, they call them heels. Mm-hmm. And then the people that everybody like, they call them babyface. Mm-hmm. So like,
I want to be babyface.
Yeah, you would definitely be a babyface.
Yeah.
But like, so they're like, but hate and love is like on the same spectrum. So like the babyface could turn heel any moment. Everybody hates him, and the heel could all of a sudden do something crazy, and everybody love him. So I feel like you could kind of change people's opinions, but like to be ignored, it's like you don't even get an opportunity to, you know what I mean? But
and people like choose to ignore you, so
yeah,
rather than hate or love. But yeah, I'd rather be ignored. No, hated. Yeah.
Name a moment when you felt like your white side came out.
Oh my gosh. I was calling customer service and I just could not get my way. I'll be very honest. And they say like a Karen. I was being a Karen. I was calling about my phone or something, and just like the representative was not trying to do anything to help me out. So I was just being mad.
What'd you say?
No, what was it? I locked my keys in the car and I had to call AA to unlock it. Mm-hmm. And they quoted me an hour. No, they quoted me 30 minutes, but it took like over 2 hours. So I called and complained. I'm like, who can I speak to? Can I speak to a manager? That whole,
I speak to a manager.
Yeah. To file my complaint. But yeah.
Then what's the time your black side came out?
Oh man, it was recently. It was me and my brother. Me and my brother got into this like really heated argument. I'm really chill, so I don't really like yell. I don't fight. I don't really do all that.
Right.
But it was a few things that happened that caused me to just go overboard. We were yelling back and forth nonstop.
I can't see you yelling angry though.
Yeah.
That'd be
That's
crazy.
the thing. Like when my mom seen it, she was like surprised. But that was the time my black side came out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we know that it's
in there.
It's down there.
Yeah, it'll come out if need be, but I'd be chilling for the most part.
Yeah, I'm right. And then if you weren't an artist, what would you be doing?
I'd be doing so much. I'd be an esthetician. That's something I want to get into.
Now, for the people like me who don't know what an esthetician is off the top of their head, what is that?
Well, I don't have like the Google version, but it's really like an individual that specializes in skincare, waxing. I would do that. Permanent brow artist, a makeup artist, maybe a tattoo artist or a veterinarian. Yeah, if I wasn't a music artist, I'd do those. Yeah.
So at least you got something to keep you busy when you retire.
Yeah. You know.
That'll be cool. So tell me, what about how life was like growing up? What's your first memory as a youth?
As a youth, first memory, let's see. It would probably just be me outside playing at my one-story house in Virginia Beach with my brothers. It was pretty normal growing up, to be honest with you. We did a lot of traveling to like South Carolina, Philly. My mom's from Philly, so my mom's family is from Philly. But normally just ride my bike around the cul-de-sac, Virginia Beach. Yeah.
Are you the baby?
Yeah.
How many brothers you got?
Just one.
Okay.
It's just two of us.
Gotcha.
Yeah, me and my brother.
How was that like growing? Like, what was it like? You got both parents. How was that like?
Yeah, I had both parents up until like maybe 8 or 9. They had got a divorce, but up until that point, it was all of us under one house. And then my brother went with my dad, and then I went with my mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then everything. How was it? I guess growing up with her after that experience.
Very traumatic, you know what I mean? As a child, you know, we see our parents as like our superheroes, so that's everything I wanted at the time. So it was very hard, like not having him there. He was in the military, so that, you know, causes a strain on that relationship. But getting older and like experiencing my own relationships, I kind of see like it wasn't healthy, it wasn't toxic. So kind of growing up, I realized that we weren't really in a healthy space. But as a child, you don't really know that, or you don't.
And it's crazy, when you get older and you realize, hold on, this isn't normal to everybody else. Like, this isn't what it's supposed to be like. And it's pretty amazing to see
it.
that.
Yeah, see it come full circle.
And then you got to do a lot of work from there. But
definitely.
That's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
And what was it that, what got you into music?
So I always knew I wanted to sing. I've always been a fan of music, whether it was just like instrumentals, but I knew I always wanted to be a singer. So I used to sing in my church choir when I was younger. So that's how I first started.
Okay.
And I always knew I wanted to do my own music, and that started like around 17.
17.
Yeah.
What was the first track you ever made?
First track, it was a cover. You know the "Keep Your Head Up" by Tupac?
Oh yeah.
Like that. It was that. That was my first track.
We ain't heard that? Ain't nobody heard that?
No, you cannot hear that. It's
Bruh,
terrible.
Do you still have it?
No, I don't. I actually don't. I wish I did though, but I don't.
Are you lying?
I'm not lying.
You're not lying.
I'm not lying.
Okay, I'll let it go then. Okay, and then what was the moment that you was like? You said 17 was when you made your first track. Mm-hmm. Tell me about, I guess, your journey from there.
So that was when I first started with EK. He's a producer, engineer from Chesapeake. Okay. So when I first started, you know, I definitely had an illusion of what music was or what the music industry was going to be. But like, you know, as time went on, different experiences, I kind of found my own version of what I wanted it to be. But that process has been pretty easy, very inspiring. Not easy, pretty hard, but very inspiring.
And then I guess what, like, you got to edit this, Kev. I did the same thing with Preach. I fucked up in the middle of it. But what's it called? What was the question? I got off track. Let's see. Based off of that, tell me about your the process into making the 319 EP and how that came together.
So during that time, I was just going through a hard point in my life where I was kind of depressed. I just wasn't really feeling like myself. The people around me, I didn't feel like I was getting the love or attention that I had wanted. So that's kind of where 319 started, you know, with the sadness, with the purple, the dark tones, and the cover art. It was just a dark time. From Fly Away to Save Me, Mirror Interlude, and AM. It was really just like a me to me. Like me looking at myself in the mirror, and like that's what inspired me to write 319.
It's kind of almost like a diary.
Yeah,
thing.
Almost in a way. Especially AM because it's so personal, you know what I mean? But like people go through that in our darkest moments that, you know, other people may not see. So
Do you have one track that like you might have made, because you put a lot of like emotion and like life experience into your songs? Do you have one song where it's like you wrote it and people really related to it and resonated with it in a way that you were like, hold on, I didn't expect people to like really mess with it. I didn't know how people would feel about it.
I would say AM. Like, I really didn't like it because of like my high pitched voice that I was singing on it. But other than that, like they really gravitated towards that one, which I did not expect at all. But yeah, that AM.
You don't really perform that too much.
I only did it one time. It was for Queen. Shout out Queen, For the People. But no, I don't. I really don't. I don't like performing it because like I have to sing in this like high pitched voice and like it just sounds very bad.
Oh, man, please get out your head, girl. You'll be all right. What's coming up? What you got coming up next in the works?
So I'm currently working on 2 singles. They're called Fave Girl and Reminiscent. I don't know which one I want to put out yet. And I also have a few shows coming up. I'm very excited. I'm performing this weekend in DC, and I'm opening up for a cover band in April. So those are my upcoming performances and singles that I'm working on right now.
Okay, tell me about your singles. Tell me what inspired them.
So Reminiscence about my relationship where, thought we were going to get married. No, let me stop. But it's just very heartfelt. I performed it a few times at Art House. It's very personal, very personal. And then Fave Girl, that's like a new Paige Joyner vibe. That's kind of like where I want to go going forward.
Okay.
So I'm excited. I'm very excited.
You should drop the latter one second. The order in which you explained it, you should drop it in that order.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that one.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
What can we expect it?
So I don't have a set date, so I don't want to give out, any incorrect
you got to give me a month. You on my podcast, you got to give me a month.
A month? I'm gonna say April or May for Reminiscing.
When you get a call in March.
Yeah.
End of March.
I got you.
You know what I'm calling about, okay?
Yep.
All right.
I'm calling for Reminiscing.
Okay. If you could start a dream label, what would it be? 6 artists, any artist?
Any artist?
Deceased, alive, local, famous, whatever.
Who am I? The Alchemist as one for production, of course.
Okay.
Nipsey Hussle.
Okay.
Mac Miller.
Okay.
And I got 3 more. Tink. I gotta go with Tink for sure. That would go crazy. Hitman. Definitely gotta go with Hitman. The Hitmaker. I got 2 more.
You got 1 more.
1 more.
I'll give you a bonus 1 because you threw some producers
do I
on there.
Count like?
Okay, you're the bonus 1.
Okay, and 1 more. There's 2 actually. I'm gonna take myself out. Core, he's a rapper from Philly, and Shorty. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know where he's from, but I seen him perform at a Richmond show. I'm a big fan. So.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be my lineup.
I think you're the first person to put producers in your bundle of labels. And I did not expect Alchemist of all people to come out your mouth. I'm surprised that you
There's a lot more I would add, but that would be.
To be fair, I gotta stay with 6 just because everybody else
You're right.
Next time I ask you what's your dream 15 artist label. What's okay, I already asked you that. What's one thing that people don't know about you?
I'm very shy, very awkward. I mean, people probably see that from looking at me, but very shy and awkward.
I feel like from the people can see you're reserved. Yeah. But I think you're very friendly. Yeah. You know what I mean? You just kind of laid back. You know what I mean? But I'd
be trying to chill for the most part.
But I don't think people see the awkward.
Yeah, they don't.
Maybe not.
But not very awkward.
Give me another thing.
Another thing that people don't know about me. I'm very passionate about the things I do. Even if the result may not show that, or what the people I'm around or whatever that may be, at the end of the day, I'm very passionate about what I do. So.
Could you see yourself having a Beyonce level of control over what's going on? This
definitely.
and that?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. That's how I feel like it should be though. If it's my name, my brand, and I'm working with, you have to do that. Or else other people will manage it. Other people will come in and just do what they want to do. Right. And you just kind of lose yourself in that.
That's something that you've learned along the way in your career.
Oh yeah. And I feel like when you just put the power in other people's hands, it makes you second guess yourself, and it makes you second guess your power and your ideas and what you want to do. But yeah, I would definitely be on Beyonce time. And Rihanna.
And Rihanna time. Yeah. What's Rihanna time?
Like, I don't know. I was actually just watching a recent interview, you know, prior to her Super Bowl performance, just basically being hands-on with everything that is attached to her name, her brand, and everything that she wants to do, and not minding coming off as like a bitch, but like getting the job done, shit like that.
Word.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's something that a lot of people worry about, like women worry about, if like imposing their like opinion without feeling like they're nagging or like
or being bitchy or being hard to work with, because that can be passed off easily. But
and that could dive into a whole nother But anyway, what's 2 things that you want to accomplish from music?
Music, just 2 things. I want to accomplish a sold out tour, world tour or international, doesn't really matter. And I really want my own produced album by Alchemist, like a collab, Paige Joyner and The Alchemist. I'm gonna speak that into existence.
Alchemist, when you see this, you need to hit up Paige Joyner.
No, that would be really fire though. But those are my two main things that I would count on.
Okay. And tell The Alchemist and everybody else where they can find you at.
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram at _PAIGEJOINER. Also on Twitter. I don't really be on, well, I'm lying. I'd be on Twitter, but my main profile is Instagram _PAIGEJOINER. Also on Apple Music, all streaming platforms, Paige Joyner.
And is there anything we maybe didn't go over that you got going on that you wanted to throw out there or anything like that?
No, that was mainly it. Just check me out. Showcases, the summertime's coming up, so I'll definitely be performing, definitely. But other than that, looks like we touched on everything.
Last question.
Yeah.
If you had to pick a dream place to perform at, where would it be?
Japan. I want to go to Japan or Tokyo.
Japan. Yeah. All right, so Alchemist, hit her up. Please. Y'all are going to go to an exclusive tour in Japan.
Yes.
Make that happen.
Yes.
Paige Joyner, everybody. Tuesday Night Spotlight. See y'all next week.
Hey.